Good evening, everyone. This is James coming to you from Dividend Stock Talk, where we talk about dividend stocks and investing in dividend stocks specifically for weekly and monthly cash flow. Because let's face it, our bills come to us every single week, and we need cash flow on a weekly basis. If you're not working for a paycheck, get your money working for you and collect some dividends or some premiums or some way of making your money work for you. Now, Sunday is the day that we put all the upcoming stocks into our calculators, spit them out, and send them out to our subscribers. So if you're on our list of subscribers, you get a list of all, all the companies that are going EX this week that we're looking at. And if you pay attention to our weekly or daily broadcasts to find out what trades we are actually doing here, or giving you some pointers on how to do them, by walking you through trades here and there, answering questions. For any investing questions you may have, please feel free to just either send them here directly on YouTube or send them to one of my email addresses on 10minutetrader.com, moneymakeslifeeasier.com, Dividend Stock Talk. I have so many of them. There's just so much stuff going on. Anyway, all that being said, let's jump on in and see what's going on. All right, we ended up last week with 3 companies. We did, I think, 8 or 9, or was it 10 trades. And we only got 3 left. So, that all being said, look at this. Year-to-date profit and loss. We ended up last week at 62,000. Now we're at 73. Whoa, that's 11,000 in 1 week, or 11%. Because we started out at the beginning of the year with 100,000. Okay, so anything that we make, you divide it out by and just do the math. So 73,000 is 73% of 100,000. So that's not that bad. We're in the first month of the 4th quarter. So we have 2.5 months to go to the end of the year. Is it possible that we could do 26% in the next 2 months? 2.5 months? That's what we're shooting for, 1% a week. So we got 5 weeks in December, 4 weeks in November. Well, let's just quickly check it out. Just quickly do the math here. All right, we got 1 week, 2 week, 3 week, 4 week, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 weeks to go. So at 11 weeks to go, we're not going to hit the triple digits this year, so maybe we can get close. How close? Who knows? All right, so we only have 3 positions that we're carrying forward in the week. Let's see where we stand with them. Now, CVS, unfortunately, CVS we're going to have to hold on to for a while because she took a nosedive last Monday. Check this out. CVS started out a year ago at 87.80. Okay, took a couple of weeks for it to find the low of the year of 69.49. Now that had to have been a fluke because that is strange. Let's quickly, I want to enhance that a little bit so you can see what I'm looking at. All right, exactly a year ago we start here in the 87.80 area. All right, she goes sideways for a while, drops down, tries the 83, and then here she gaps down from 83. She closed 83.39 on this day, and she opens up the next day at 69.70. That is a huge gap down from 83 to 69. 83 to 69. That's 13 points. Anyway, that's a big drop. All right, so anyway, that big drop right there, it looks bigger here on the year chart than it actually really is. It's only like a 13 or 14 point drop from 83, 69. All right, anyway, 14 point drop, about 20%. Anyway, all right, from the low of the year of 69, She jumps up to the trading range of right around the 78 area. And she goes sideways for almost whole years. Look at it. It's like a classic channeling stock, 76 to 81. She's like going sideways. But the last week, right here, last Monday, she dropped. Oh, was that last Friday? What day was that? The 6th. The 6th was Friday. Okay, so for Friday, not Friday that just passed, the previous Friday on the 6th, she drops from 80.39 and she closed at 76.92. And she's just kept on falling, except for, one up day. Yay. She's got a dividend coming up in the next week. But the stock keeps going down, down, down. And the only news that I really read about CVS was that there was a huge, what do you call it? Company news, here we go. Some huge, it recognizes it's 30,000 pharmacists during American Pharmacist Month. Okay, lovely. Nothing interesting there. Close update, labor reports, okay. Hillman announces, key management changes, Amazon Health, blah, 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 Amazon Health, blah, blah, blah. CVS Health announces $10 million donation following in-store fundraising campaign for hurricane recipients, I'm believing. 2 former Goldman Sachs employees try to take their shoe accessories mainstream. Okay. All right. CVS introduces script path. Nothing interesting there. Consumers.mix predate, blah, blah, blah. Jim Cramer gives his views on CVS Health Corporation and Brinks Company. Okay. Opens largest New York Times Square with new design to an enhanced customer experience. Okay. Insider sells $100 million in stock. That's the only thing negative that really come up. I mean, of course they're going to try to combat opiate abuse, the epidemic they're having in the U.S. I mean, any new drug that's coming out that people are abusing, someone's going to go against it, so it's CVS. So anyway, why is CVS way down low? Who knows? I don't know. I don't really care. I just want to get this thing out of here. Thank you. Get rid of that thing. All right. So anyway, we got CVS, and I believe somewhere in the 80s, right? Yeah, 80. So we get 200 shares at 80, and it's not even worth taking a look at. So let's see what CVS is going to be paying for the 80s. All right, so she's at 72.89. That's what the opening looks like. She's going to be come tomorrow. But look at the option chain. Click on this and get out the single. There we are. We're going to need to see all of them because I can almost pretty much guarantee that A's are worthless. Okay, 80's worthless. Worthless all the way down to, it's not even worth doing. No, that's the Vega. Sorry. 3 cents, 5 cents might. I don't know. The 75, 10 cents, that's 22 bucks. Not really worth it. Okay, I could do the 73 and a halves. Take me 80 bucks. No, because it's too close to where the money is, and if I do that, I'll lose a lot of money, and that's not what we're here to do. So that is pretty useless. Taking a look at that. Let's get back to where we were. So I really can't do anything with CVS until she gets back to where we want it to be. I mean, we're down 1,500 on 200 shares. Wow. Anyway, we're going to let it sit on CVS. Because CVS, let's take a look at the seasonality on CVS. Here's where we are right now. All right, so it's following this brief little down spout right here. So maybe we should go down for a couple more days. And then look at this, a nice little up spike towards the end of this month. That looks like 10, 11 days from now. So hopefully that'll recoup where we are. So if we look back for the year. This is what the year chart looks like, the blue. Okay, and the red apparently is the 10 years average, what it's been in the last 10 years. But as you can see, coming into the fourth quarter, we got this little spike right here. Okay, after that, we got another drop down there, and then another spike towards the end of the year. So I'm not really that concerned with CVS. So CVS should come back to where we need to be. And it's only 200 shares. Granted, 200 shares may be a lot to some people, but for the examples that I'm giving here, it's really not that big a deal. So let's get out of CVS. And let's go to our next one, which is Hasbro. HAS, Hasbro. Now Hasbro has been going sideways at the beginning of the year. It started out at 81.48, going sideways for about 4 or 5 months, and then right around the beginning of February, she gaps up from 82 and jumps to 98 and goes sideways in the 98 area before it jumps up to the 100 and trades there for about a month, and then finds a high of the year a couple months later at 116. Now, that's a lot of profit. So from there, you got profit taken for the next couple of months, and she's evening back out on the 96, 97 area, which is where she is now. Now, she had a down day on Friday. Apparently, the market maker tried to push it up higher, but the market wasn't really having it. She opened up at 96.44 on Thursday, and she closed at 96.60 on Friday. Thursday. Friday, she opened up at 97.17. Now, she's trying to push it up from 96.60 to 97.17. It's not a huge push, but it's at least almost a 60-cent push. You know, it's 60 cents is not a whole heck of a lot, but when you're looking at the chart, trying to push it up here, and it kind of backfired at them, but she slid back down, ended up closing at 96.62, which is still higher than the close from Thursday. So it's still going in a little bit of an uptrend or a sideways trend, however you want to look at it. But let's take a look at the seasonality and see what seasonality says for this time of year. Now, Hasbro, it's a toy company. You know, what do you got coming up at the end of the month? Black Friday, okay? Wait a minute. Not at the end of this month, and next month. Okay, so that's coming up around the corner. What we're looking at is basically a sideways market with a little bit of an uptrend. Okay, she got a little bit of an uptrend, and then she's going to go sideways. That, good for me. I am going to do, where are we even with Hasbro? Okay, Hasbro, we got, oh, this is just the spread, the 94.95 spread for next week. All right, so we get the 94.95 spread for next week, which looks pretty good because we're sitting at 96.62. And what else can Hasbro do for us? HAS. Okay, so let's look at that. Let's cut this down to about 10. How about 12? 12 looks good. Now we want to go back to the option chain, and we want to look at the spread. We want to look at the vertical, okay, which is buying one and selling the other. Now we already have the position for the 94.95, which that's a good position to be in. Now we're going to be, as you remember, in the seasonality for Hasbro, it's going to be basically sideways with a little bit of an uptrend. So we can go close to the money and make a little bit more out of this. So we could do the 95.5, 96, which is 34, which could give us, I believe, 30%. I would like to think. All right, 800 is the maximum profit we're going to make. So as long as she stays up above 96 by this Friday, we'll make $800. And for that, we have to put up 1781. So we're looking right around 46, 47% return for this week on Hasbro. So why not? Let's do it. All right. That's Hasbro. Where are we? Let's get back to Lowe's. All right, Lowe's. Let's get this reset back to standard chart. And let's pull up Lowe's, L-O-W. Now Lowe's starts out the year at 70.32. About a week or two, finds the low of the year. Looks like a double bottom or even a triple bottom. I don't know if you really can call that a triple bottom because it's so close together. But anyway, it's a bottom of 65.37. Jumps up to the 72 range and travels that way for about a couple of months. Gaps up to the 82 and travels there for about 2 months. Finds the high of the year at 86.16. Some profit taking, stair stepping down to a double bottom here at the 72 area. Bounces off the 72 and she's settling in at 82 as we speak. Okay, now we got 200 shares at 80.50. Now what we could do, consider we have it at 80.50, we could just sell it outright right where it is and take the profit, or we can, well, considering we bought it at 80, change this back to single. The 80 is selling for 235. Okay, which basically means, hey, I bought it at 80. Wait a second. I did buy it at 80, didn't I? Yeah, $80.50. Okay, so if I sell the $80.50, that's $2. So I'm bringing in that's 200, that's $400, and someone's buying it from me for the almost the exact price that I paid for it. You know, I paid for $80.50. Someone's going to pay $80.50 from me. Now I gotta fix this because I only have 2 contracts. So let's go back to 2. See, 2 contracts at $195. Open for the day tomorrow, and what we're gonna make, we'll make $390 out of that. $390. That's pretty good because you know you buy 200 shares at $80.50. All right, you sell options against it. Last week we collected the options against it last week, and we're going to collect the options against it this week for another premium. And Lowe's still has the dividend coming up, so we're going to do that. All right, thank you. And we're also going to take advantage of Lowe's upswing and the dividend coming up. She's at 82, so let's go trade this one, the 81.5, 82. So as long as she stays above 82, we'll make 30 or 40%. Now we could do that one, or it could be a little bit safer and do the 81, 81.5. Okay, this one's a lot safer, so let's do this one. Even though Lowe's is a dividend king, okay, this one is right around 30%. Okay, I can deal with 30%. Okay, so we got our 2 positions on Lowe's. It looks like it's 3, but it's not, because this one is just 1 trade. This is a vertical trade where I buy 50 of the 81s and I sell 50 of the 81.5s. Basically, what that's doing is just giving me a 50-cent spread. 81, 81.50. It's just a 51-cent spread, and I'm only offering to pay 36 cents for it. So the most I can make off it is 14 cents, which is not bad because if you think about it, Lowe's is at 82.33. She's got the dividend coming up. She's the dividend king. They increased the dividend payment to the investors for more than 50 years in a row. So Lowe's, I'm not telling you to buy it. I'm just saying it's one of those no-brainers for me, especially when they're in an uptrend and they got the dividend payment coming up in the next 10 days. So that being said, that's where we are with these with this position now. Now let's jump on in and see if there's anything else that might look favorable for us. So let's go back to the market watch. Today is the 15th, so tomorrow's the 16th. So we'll be looking at stocks from the week of the 30th because that is 10 days away. All right, so AGNC, let's put AGNC. AGNC is offering, well, who is AGNC first of all? AGNC Investment Corporation, they're offering an 18-cent dividend. All right. Well, they announced it on the 12th, which was 3 days ago? Is that right? Thursday or Friday they announced their dividend. No wonder why we couldn't play it earlier. Okay. Okay, so they announced it on the 30th. The EX dividend is the 30th. Sorry, they announced it on the 12th, sorry. The EX date is the 30th, which is 10 days from Monday. The date of record is the 31st. So, if you want to collect a dividend, you have to buy it before the 30th. And it's only an 18-cent dividend, so let's see what they're looking at, okay? All right, AGNC starts out the year at 1933. Okay, it jumps up a little bit to hit the 20. A couple of weeks later, it finds the low of the year at 1732. From there, it's like 9 months for it to hit the high of the year. The high of the year is 2176. Comes off the 2176 and just goes sideways. Wait a minute. The high of the year is 2233. Sorry about that, folks. 2233 was the high of the year. She comes off 2233 as the high of the year. It's been going sideways in the 21 area for the last several months. Okay, she's at 2176. She's offering a dividend coming up. Let's check out the seasonality for them. We want to make sure they're not a company that goes down towards this time of year. Okay. Now, looks like she get down Monday, Tuesday. So this could be a good play for Monday. Tuesday. And then she could hit up by the end of the week, which is Friday. Yep. Then out of it Friday. So I want to AGNC. I don't really want to do anything today with AGNC. I want to wait and see what happens Monday because there's a little up peak here and then a down. Not really. Can't really call it a spike, but a little downturn. Not a lot, but 23.43 to 23.03. So that's not a lot of down, but it's only a couple of days. I can wait until Tuesday for AGNC, which I think, if you guys will remind me, I'll take a look at AGNC come Monday. Tuesday. Okay. EPD. Let's take a look at EPD. Now, who is EPD and what do they do? Enterprise Product Partners. Dividend of 42 cents. They announced theirs on the 12th, which was 3 days ago. How can we trade anything if they just drop it on us and then expect us to know what's going on? All right, anyway, EPD hits us up on Thursday. Was that Thursday or was that Friday? 12th was Thursday. All right, EPD hits us up on Thursday. They're giving out a dividend of 42 cents on the 30th. The date of record is the 31st. They start out the year trading right around 26. A couple weeks later, they find the low of the year of 24.11. And about 2 months later, they hit the high of 30.22. Comes back down to the trading range of 27.28. Testing that bottom again at the 24. And then back up, going sideways in the 26 area, which is where she is now, 26.39. Now, she had a big, it looks like a big down day come last Friday, where she opened up at 26.75 and she closed at 26.39. I mean, it looks big, but it's really not, because it's still in the 26 area. You know, 26.11 was the low of the day, and 26.75 is the high of the day. Not a lot of space to move around. So let's see what EPD does this time of year. Did we already look at this? I think we already did look at this. Okay. Yep. This looks like a good one for tomorrow. All right, tomorrow is 16th, right up to the 20th, and then we should be out of there. So let's trade EPD. EPD. She's in the 26 area. Well, that is definitely interesting. We'll have to wait until Tuesday, Monday during the day to trade this one, because I'm not going to do the 26 and a half, because see, we're at 26.39. Okay, now if I knew she was going to open up at 26.98, I say sure, why not? I'll do it for 30-cent debit. But now, if she opens up right where she closed on Friday, I mean she's going to open up 26.39, that means the stock has to go up for me to be in the money, and that's not where I want to be. I want to be where I'm going to make money no matter what direction the stock goes. That's my favorite point to be, and EPD is not offering that. So we're going to pass on this one and look at this one again on Tuesday, Monday or Tuesday. All right, TXN is the last one we're going to take a look at. Texas Instruments. I believe we did this one last week. We did. TXN. TXN, yep. We made $550 off of TXN so far. So let's see if we could do it again. TXN. All right. TXN. Let's get rid of that one because we're not doing that trade. TXN. All right. TXN starts out the year at 68. About a couple weeks later, she finds the low of the year at 66.80. From there, it's a nice steady upturn, so she gets to a trading range of 80. Now, once she hits 80, she goes sideways for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5 months, almost 6 months sideways in the 80 area. Then, from 80, she jumps up to 93, and it's a steady going up. Now, I usually don't trade at the high of the year, because that's where we are right now. We are actually at the high of the year. Now, do I want to chance it by taking, TXN. No, Texas Instruments is 62 cents. So, you know what? I'm not looking to catch the dividend. All I'm looking for is to stay where it normally is. So, let's see if she'll stay where she is. Let's see what the seasonality looks like for Texas Instruments. Now, I don't know about you guys, but that, my friends, is clearly an uptrend, very, very slow uptrend. And that's all I want. I want the stock to stay where it is. Okay, there's no big spikes downward, so I want to stay where it is. So that is a good sign. All right, let's get back to here. So she's at 93. All right. That's a 25% return. Okay, so we're going to buy the 92.5 and sell the 93s. We want this thing to stay at 93 or go up, and we'll make our 25%. And let me just show you what we're talking about. Okay. All right. Okay, buy 50 of the verticals TXN 100s for the 20th of October 2017 at 92.5, 93 call spread. Okay, that is the call debit spread at 40 cents limit to open position. Now, my break even is going to be 92.90. She's at 93.59. Okay, so this means I'm going to make money if she goes up, if she stays exactly where she is, or she comes down just a little bit. And that being said, if that happens, the maximum I'm going to make is $500. And how much do I have to put up? I have to put up $2,081. Just a little shy of $2,100. So that is just shy of 25%. Now that's just for 5 days. So 25% for 5 days is a good investment. Now, Texas Instruments is coming up for a dividend in, I think, 7 days, or less than 10 days, because we traded, wait a minute. Texas Instruments is coming up on the 30th. Has its EX8 on the 30th, so we could trade it this week, okay, and we can trade it next week also. So we traded it last week. We made money off of it last week, $550 last week, and we can make another 500 this week, and hopefully we can do it again next week. That's 3 weeks. You like that? 3 weeks. However you want to look at 3 weeks. 3 weeks away. The other two, GT and Hasbro, we're going to deal with those next week. And you know what? It is the 3rd Friday of the month coming up this week. So we can change this, clear the filter, and this is all that we have to choose from for this week. Okay, so we had 29 companies for tomorrow. Now, for you guys who have access to the software that goes and finds you all the good information, because I'm just going off of what's here is available and how I do it, and I remember who's who. But for those of you who don't have all that, you might want to think about taking all these, come right up over here to list, click on this, export the file, export it right to your computer, okay? And what it's going to do, it's going to export into the calendar right there. And then you save it, and then you open it up, you cut and paste, and you put it right on into the software, and the software will spit out every single one of those and how they rate on the trading strategies that we use. Now we use like 4 different trading strategies here. There's a dividend capturing, where we just want to collect the dividend and move on to the next company. There's a dividends on steroids, where we want to collect the run up coming into the dividend. Okay, what I mean by that is, here we go. The run up to the dividend is, today is the 16th. Not really, but you know what I mean. Today's the 16th, so you're trading on Monday's time. Okay? The dividend is going to be going, this company is going to be going EX dividend on the 30th, which means if you want to collect a dividend, you have to buy it anywhere between tomorrow and the 27th. So that's 10 days. You have 10 days to buy this in order to collect that 18-cent dividend. Now, how does this stock fare going into the dividend? You're going to have to find some interesting software to plug in the dividend date or dates, and then find out how the stock reacted to the dividend being paid out. That is why I created the software in the first place. I want to know how a stock reacts before the dividend, and I want to know how it reacts after the dividend. So if I'm going to buy it to collect the dividend, I want to get some kind of idea how long do I have to hold it in order to collect that. Because it may seem to you, by me doing this, that I do a lot of trading. I really don't. I mean, I do this because I want to share with people and I want to help other people do theirs. With my own account, I'm on it for less than 2 or 3 hours a week. You know, I go in, I find out who's paying, how much I have available. If I don't have any money available, I don't even bother looking. Okay, the Thinkorswim will let me know when I have sold something in my account. They say you've sold something, and it gets sent to an email, and the email will get forwarded to my phone. So no matter where I am, if I sold something, I am notified. I have money in my account, then I can turn around and I can trade it. That being said, I'm really a lazy trader because I really don't want to be bothered. I enjoy doing this. I enjoy sharing with people, and I enjoy helping people out. So I get the privilege of helping people out with their money, because a lot of people really don't understand it. I only understand it because I had no choice in the matter. You know, I owned my own manufacturing company for 13, 14 years, and I made so much money I had to figure out what to do with it. So the stock market was the only thing I was actually very good at. You know, everything else I tried, I didn't go very well. All right. That being said, you have 29 companies to look at. Now, not all of them are going to have options available. Okay. Um, that's 29 for Monday, 16 on Tuesday, 6 Wednesday, 7 on Thursday, and Friday there's only one. And that one on Friday is, I feel bad for saying this because I don't know anyone in the company, I don't know anyone that works for them, but it is basically worthless. Who wants to trade for half a cent? Okay? Half a cent. We cannot find that symbol. There you go. Can't find the symbol. The name is Banco, Bradesco, whatever. They're paying half a cent. You put it in there. It's probably Brazilian. That's what the BR. It could stand for. I don't know. But Banco, Bradesco. I mean, come on. It sounds Brazilian. I mean, what else does BR stand for? British? No. Banco, Bradesco. That's not British. Anyway, that one's basically worthless. Who do we got on Thursday? Thursday, we got Whitestone, TK Offshore Partners, TK Corporation, TK LNG Partners. That's weird. Lamb Weston Holdings, Bank of Queensland. Wow, interesting bunch. All right, Wednesday's at 6. XYL, Xylem, never heard of them. Western Gas Partners. You can really never go wrong with utility stocks. Statoil, Statoil, ASAWW, whatever that is. Not Offshore Partners. Okay, NOP is Not Offshore Partners. That is interesting. KB Home, 2.5 cents? Really? You're going to offer me 2.5 cents? Paychecks, Realty Income, Lifetime Brands, Industrial Textbook. Okay, interesting. Harvey Norman Holdings. Who's Harvey Norman? I don't know, and I feel bad for not knowing. Hasbro, 57 cents. We got that one on Goodyear. Rubber and tile. I like that one. Federated National Holdings. Century Bank Group. Okay, anyway, there's a whole bunch for you to choose this week. That all being said, I'm going to check for questions. And we have, yes, we have no bananas. We have no bananas today. No questions. Ask your questions here. Come on, guys. You got to have something. Ask questions here. There you go. All right, I even did it right. Okay. That all being said, let's jump back to see what we're looking at. All right. That's good for the dividend capturing. So we know what's going on with, dividend capturing with the options. That's more like options trading, more advanced. For those of you that aren't advanced, let's take a look at just dividend capturing, or actually dividends on steroids. All right, dividend on steroids, we're looking at Colgate-Palmolive. Oh, sorry, Clorox. Let's do it quickly. Clorox, CLX. Okay, Clorox starts out with 121. Takes a couple of weeks for it to drop to the low of the year of 111.38. From there, teeters around a little bit in that area, but then jumps right back to the 121 for a couple more months. From 121, she jumps up to a trading rate. Now, this is a bigger trading range. It's between 130 and 138. And she trades here for the rest of the year. And she dropped down to the 130, and she's sitting at 131.29. Now, we're looking at a target of 134.51. So it's getting there. It's not the greatest in the world. We're up 21 bucks from the open. DFS. Now, we just recently got Clorox, didn't we? Yeah, we just got Clorox Thursday. Oh, was that Friday? Yeah, it was Friday. Okay, DFS. Now, we've been holding DFS for quite a while. DFS starts out at the low of the year at 54.45, and it doesn't take long, about a month and a half, for it to find the high range of 72. She travels in the 72, 70 area for 5 months, slowly drops down to 66, and then drops yet again to the 60 area, and travels in the 60 area in about 5 months. She's trying to get out of there in the 63 area, 5 down days in a row. Friday was an up day, but that's good. All right, so where are we with DFS? DFS we got back in April. 800 shares. We collected dividends 3 times on it. And we'll be collecting dividends at the end of the year. All right, I think. All right, that being said, we're looking at a target of, for DFS, 67.18, and right now she's at 63.88. So she's still working. All right. Lows, we just got that one on Friday too, I believe. Yep, Friday. All right. Friday lows starts out the year again at 70.30. Finds a low quickly at 65, jumps up the trading range of 72 for about 2-3 months, skips by the rest of it to go up to 82, travels about 2 months there, and about 1 month at the 85 area, drops down to do a double bottom right here at 72, bounces off that, settling in at 82.33, and where are we with lows? Lows. We got a target of 83.80, and right now she's at 82.33, so who knows how long she's going to be there. Macy's, our biggest loser of the year. Macy's started out the year at 35, traveled about a week or two at 35, and quickly hit the high of the year at 45. From 45, it's been a downturn. It took about a month and a half to hit a trading range of 29, which it traded, about 5-6 months, and then it usually dropped from 29 to the 22 area, where she traded another 3 or 4 months, and yet dropped yet again to the 20 area, and she's trading 2.5 months in the 20 area. Where are we with Macy's? Macy's, we got back in February. We caught 2 dividends, and we should have gotten a 3rd by now. February, she got one in March. 9. Yeah, we should have got one last month, so we should be checking that, calling in that one, find out what's going on there. All right, Macy's, we are way off with Macy's. 33.10 to break even, and we're at 20.22. So I really don't foresee Macy's hitting that high of the year. Oh, wait, you never know. Because she peaked out last year, the end of November. So there could be a big push up in October, November. Never know with Macy's. I mean, we're down 19,000 with Macy's. Okay, SKT, they're next. SKT. Now, SKT starts out the year close to the high at 37.04. Drops down to a trading range of 34, travels for about 5-6 months, drops down to 32, which is where we got it. Traveled a couple months at 32, dropped back down to 26. Travels like 3 or 4 months there. Now she's down to 24, 25 area, and for the last 3 months. SKT, we just so happened to got that back in April, and we got 2 dividends. We should have gotten 3 dividends on that one, so that could be good too. But that's where we are, and we're down 10 grand on SKT. So we're down 29,000, okay, from the loss of what do you call it, Macy's and SKT. That's almost, you know, 19,000 and 9,000. So we're down 29,000, but we're still up for the year at 4,000. Okay, that's 4.7% return, even with a $30,000 paper loss. It's paper loss because it's only a loss when you take it. I mean, just because the stock goes down, yeah, I got to keep collecting the dividends every 90 days, but until we sell, it's not a loss. All right, because no matter what happens, I still own the shares. All that being said, there are no questions, so I can, hello, I was wondering if the software is available yet. Yes, how is Macy's seasonality for this time of year? Well, let's quickly check on seasonality for Macy's. Let's go back to Macy's. All right. Macy's usually this time of year, without even looking, I'm going to say it's going to go up. All right. So here's the red line for Macy's, which is a 10-year average. As you can see, she's kind of low in January, but by March or by April, she hits the high. And then for the rest of the year, it's kind of like sideways. And then right around August, she starts going down. Settles in towards the end of August. It goes sideways right up until what looks like the second week of November. In the second week of November, she goes up. So can she continue going sideways for the rest of October and into November? Sure, she can. Is she going to? I really don't know. But I'm looking for that fourth quarter hit. You know, I want it to go up. Is it going to? I don't know. Would I like it to? Sure. I don't want it to take a loss. I mean, granted, that's a big jump. That is a 50% jump, which I really can't see it happening. But if it is, great. You know, crazier things have happened. All that being said, I'm pretty sure we are done for the day. Yep, done for the day. So anyway, those of you who have access to the software will be updating it today and tomorrow. We're going to spend the whole day because we have the newest version of the software has been released. It has been checked. We checked it all last week. It's working great. So the software is going to be available. I'd like to say tomorrow, but tomorrow or Tuesday, she definitely should be up online and ready to access for those of you that have access to the members area. If not, I'll give it a try. You know, what do you got to lose? You try it out. If it works, great. If it don't, no harm, no foul. Anyway, all that being said, this is James checking out from the Dividend Stock Talk, and I will catch you guys tomorrow with the new report of what the software tells you, who's available. Because remember, we have third Friday of the month, and this is all we have available for us the week of the 30th. Oops, it's not showing us on this account. That account is kind of fickle. All right, so the week of the 30th, we had 29, 16, 6, 7, and these guys are useless. I feel bad because I don't know any people that work there, but it's not doing me any good. But you have a nice amount to pick from. If you're just doing the stocks, hey, great. If you're just doing the dividend capturing, great. That's fine too. I mean, do what you're comfortable with and do what works for you. When it comes time, if you have the desire to do something more complex, something more profitable, then fine, do it. If not, stick to what works. If you're happy with 1 or 2% per month, great. Have at it. Do it. You know, 1 or 2% a month is great. You know, it's 12 to 20% per year, which is unheard of. But I like 1% a week. Anyway, that being said, this is James. I'm out of here for Dividend Stock Talk. I will catch you all later. I'll catch you tomorrow, basically.